Back. We never actually left. It's just a day later. We're on Nelson's. I can't tell you what peg this is because they haven't actually got peg numbers, but I'll throw up a map and show you. We've got 24 hours on here to make it happen. I'm going to make it a little bit more entertaining. I'm going to do a little bit of a species challenge. So we're going to see if we can get 3 different species. I'm counting mirror and common carp as a different species for this challenge. There are a couple of grasses in here, but they're going to be difficult. We're going to be lucky to get one of those. So we'll count mirrors and commons as a different species just for the sake of this challenge. So it'll be a mirror, a common and a catfish more than likely to complete the challenge. So stay tuned, see if we can work it out. This is where we're going to be fishing. I think I've done well on before. Out to this, there's like a cut through here into the other side of the lake. Out here, out in the corner here, in the middle somewhere. Plenty of fish showing, so hopefully we'll get amongst some. But Zoe's helped me come back down with all the gear. We've got 24 hours from now, so let's go.
I'll go get some drink mix and it on?
Well, that's not taking long, is it? Rods have only been out 10-15 minutes and we're in already. It's a catfish, so that'll be, well, I mean, regardless of what it is, that'll be one of the species ticked off, assuming we get it in the net. This one's definitely a catfish. I've seen it already on the top, splashing about, which isn't overly surprising because this lake is full of catfish. When I say full, I really mean full of catfish. So hopefully we can get through those and to some carp. It'd be good to land this one and get the first species ticked off the list. It's pulling back well, that's for sure. I don't think it's particularly big, but catfish do fight well, I'll give them that much. There it is, look, on the surface. Really did not take him long to find that. That was the last rod that I put out, so it's probably only been out for 5 minutes. Didn't like that net very much. There he goes, kind of. That's why you need a bigger net for a catfish. There we go, use it. Well, that's a good start, isn't it? So, one species down, let's get him on the mat, have a look at him, then try and get some of these carp. Hopefully that's no more catfish for me. Just the one will do. Part 1 of the challenge complete. The catfish 5 minutes in. He's actually quite a light coloured one, this one. He's actually got some pretty colours on him, but he's still really slimy and smelly. Not my favourite fish. Not the prettiest things in the world either, if you ask me. But it's part of the challenge. We've got one. Hopefully we can get amongst the carp now. Yeah, let's slip him back, get that rod back out, and see if we can get amongst the carp. That's 1 of 3 ticked off. Let's go. I think all we've proved with catching that catfish in the middle of the day, bright sunshine, 28 degrees, not a cloud in the sky, not what you would call catfish conditions at all in the traditional sense. I think all we've proved is that you drop a bait in front of a hungry catfish, regardless of what it is, it's likely to eat it. What I mean by catfish in the traditional sense is that obviously cats are generally known as nocturnal creatures and also quite hard to catch, or they can be, you know, they rest up for a long period of time before they go on the feed. In a normal catfishing situation, that may be the case. On here, there's so many of them in here. Sorry, there's an aeroplane going overhead. There's so many catfish in here. That doesn't really apply. I'd say it's the middle of the day, it's about 2 p.m. It's baking hot, sun's out. And I think I'm going to get another one very shortly. I keep getting liners on that. generally means cats are in the area. So yeah, that's what I meant by catfishing in the traditional sense. It's very much not catfishing in the traditional sense. However, you want to come down here and catch a catfish if you've never caught one before, or you want to bring your kids down here, then fantastic place to cut your teeth for catfishing, and they do fight very well. So make sure you've got relatively good strong gear. I mean, I'm fishing with carp gear, 15-pound line, 3 1/4 test rods. That's more than ample. But I mean, you're not going to want anything less really than 12-pound line and a decent 2 3/4 rod, I would say, on here. Catfish do still go to 50 odd pound in here, so you're going to need decent tackle to get them out. And obviously, there's quite a lot of islands and reeds and weed out there that they can get themselves into, so you need a bit of something to stop them. I mean, a 50-pound catfish is going to go where it wants on the gear that I'm using anyway. So yeah, but I mean, I'm literally fishing carp rig, size 6 hooks, you know, combi multi-rig. So you don't need specialist cat gear to catch these fish. Maybe if you go on packs where they get a bit bigger, then maybe if you're specifically targeting the catfish, you should have the proper catfish gear. But to be honest, I've caught the biggest 2 well, I've at least caught 1 whisker out of packs on the very same setup I'm using here on my carp gear, so it is possible. So for me, I would hedge my bets, fish for the carp, and you've got just as much of a chance as catching the cats. If you fish solely for the cats, you generally aren't going to catch the carp, so you're limiting your chances. That's just my opinion. Another beep on that rod. I think I'll see you again shortly. Well, back in the bivvy now. Had a little wander down the bank and there was 2 or 3 fish just sitting in the weed in close. They look very catchable, just sitting there with their mouths up. If I can just drop a worm right in front of them, they might just snatch it. Went back to the van, grabbed my stalking rod and just tied up a 3-lined rig, you know, just a size 8 wide gate straight to the main line. Went down there, hooked a couple of worms on. But unfortunately, by the time I got back round there, they'd all disappeared. They're all out in the lake. I had a little flick at a couple of them that were out in the lake, but it's much more difficult when they're out in the lake compared to when they're sitting in the weed. So yeah, didn't catch one. Back in the bivvy now. Got my 3 rods back out. So there's actually a bit of a change of plan. I still have one over here in the bay where the cut through is. I also got one right on the corner here. So I've seen a fair few fish move around there. And then also there's another cut through right in close here. In this patch of weed are 4 or 5 fish just sitting there. There's just a little opening, it seems like, where they come in and out of. So I've just dropped one in there, flicked a few half boilies around it. I mean, unfortunately my line lay's not the best because it's going over all the weed in close, but that's where the fish are, so that's where I dropped the bait. So hopefully that will produce something. I think the key tonight will be whether the catfish are on the prowl or not. I think if the cats are very active tonight, we're going to struggle to catch carp. And the carp are very active too. They're zooping around on the top, which you'd expect in this kind of heat. I mean, a mistake on my part is I haven't got any surface fishing kit with me, which is yeah, amateur hour, if you like. But I think if the catfish aren't super active tonight, the carp will be. However, if the catfish are super active, I suspect we won't catch any carp tonight, and it'll be very difficult to complete this challenge. But we will do what we can do. The rods are all out. That's all we can do, isn't it? So I've got a fruity pop-up on one, like a pink almond good pop-up 12mm. Hopefully that'll keep the cats at bay, but I suspect if they're on the prowl, it probably won't. Everyone's got the old faithful, I struggle to call it a snowman because it's not really a snowman, you know, 3/4 of a bottom bait with a slice of a pop-up on the top. And yeah, the other rod's the same as well, so yeah, we'll have to see what happens. Fingers crossed. At the minute though, we're struggling a little bit after such a fantastic start. I'm kind of feeling like I dropped an Uber Eats delivery straight on the front door of those catfish. A couple of years ago, the lake level was quite down a bit, and you could see loads of little cutouts in the bank that the cats had kind of dug out for their, their breeding. So they kind of sit in there as a lair. So I'm kind of feeling like, even though I know it's a very good spot for the carp in the past, maybe I just dropped it right on their front door, and that's why I had the cats so quickly. Might have just been luck or whatever, but I had a decent size one. I had a 16-pounder, and then I had one of £5 maybe. So maybe there was just a family of them sitting over there in a little hole. We can prophesise all we like. We will never actually know. So yeah, that's where we're at. Hopefully I'll see you soon with a carp. Dinner's on its way shortly, so looking forward to that because I'm rather hungry. And it's finally starting to cool down. Probably see I'm a little hot and sweaty and sunburned, so that'll be nice. Also rocking my Timu carp tea. Don't know how you can see that. Some people like them, some people hate them. I think they're alright. That's all I've got to say on that. Hopefully I'll see you in a bit of a fish. There we go. On my way again. This one led us a merry dance, but I've got to go because I've got another fish. Unbelievable scenes here. That was an absolute screamer as well, that. Well, that mirror I had to put back rather hastily was £8 and 9 ounces. And I was going to say that's one more ticked off. Just need a common now. And while I was holding him up, very briefly, right hand rod bust off as well. No idea what the camera angle's like there. I can't see the other side of it. So hopefully it's decent enough for you guys. This one, just seen it on the surface, might be a ghosty. And if it is, then I believe that is challenge complete. However, let's not count our chickens just yet. Oh, seems to have been the week of chaos, this one. Long periods of inactivity followed by mad spells. The other fish went back fine, by the way. I opened the sling. Come on, mate. In that net you get. Yes. Chaos. Absolute chaos. But we have a nice ghosty in the net. And I believe that's 3 species. And a mirror, a ghosty and a catfish. So let's get them on the bank. So it actually turns out the other fish didn't exit the sling. So not quite sure how that happened. The sling was completely empty when I looked at it, but he's still here. So 2 fish on the bank. This is the second one. Very good size. Lovely little ghosty. Beautiful colouring on him. Nice oranges. And he's almost more of a koi than a ghosty. Lovely fish though. Probably £8-9 maybe. Lovely fish. Got a bit of a weird growth on him there. Actually seems separate to his peck, so a strange one, not seen that before. And then this is the first one that we had. It was £8.9. So I thought I'd just run off. But apparently he was just sitting in the bottom of the sling, so yeah, nice little brace there. 2 lovely fish on the bank. Top one might be ever so slightly bigger, but I reckon he's £9 maybe. I'm not going to bother weighing him as well. But lovely fish. I mean, the mouths are a bit battered, but that's holiday park fishing for you. I believe that is challenge complete, so great result. We'll treat them up and stick them back, get the rods back out, hopefully just in time for dinner. sat down to have some dinner before getting the rods back out, and this one's been out literally minutes and it's off again, and 99% sure this is a catfish. It's pulling too hard to be a carp. It pretty much launched itself clean out the water on the take as well, which was quite entertaining. Unfortunately, I haven't got any video footage of that. The action cam's not set up at the moment, so one of those things is about to come up, I think. That does look like another silure. He's beached himself on the weed. That'll do. We'll slip him off of there, straight in the net. Lovely job. Ah, blooming catfish, eh? I'm going to rename the channel to Where's the Catfish? There we go. This one is particularly slimy. £12, 7 ounces. Another catfish. Wah, wah, wah. I don't mind, at least we're catching fish, but I don't really want to catch these all night, to be honest. We are travelling home tomorrow as well, so I would like to catch a few carp and have a little bit of sleep. That would be the perfect night, but the way it's going at the minute, I don't think we're going to have much sleep. And I think we might have a fair few more of these as well as some carp. So yeah, let's slip this one back. Black as you're at, this one. And at this point, the fish just keep coming. So just after we put back that catfish, we have this lovely scaly mirror. What a beautiful fish. Most of these fish are coming off of the same spot, out to this gap here, where I've marked. Fantastic little spot that. I have got a couple of rods over there now, so both spots are producing. Shortly after that, we have another catfish, and then just into dark, we have another carp. There we go, we've got another one. It's probably the nicest one we've had so far. Lovely scaly one. £13, 12 ounces. So not common we're after, but another fish on the bank. I lost one just before this as well. Literally 2 minutes before this on the rod that keeps producing. This is the one that's a few feet to the left of it. So that's 8 fish now today. 4 carp, 4 cats. No common yet though, so let's get him back and see if we can't get one of those before the night is out. Happy days. Well, there's another catfish. And funnily enough, I just lost one while I was messing about with that. This one's gone off. I don't know if you can hear, but the catfish is super, super active. All you can hear is little fish popping on the surface and catfish inhaling them. Well guys, that's all she wrote for this video, and as you can see, it's absolute carnage in the swim. Stuff everywhere. I had to do something I don't normally do last night, and that is bring the rods in, because I couldn't really keep 3 rods in the water. It was absolute chaos. I think we ended with 11 or 12 fish. Lost a couple as well. So yeah, we've got to travel home today, so 4 or 5 hours drive home, so we decided we needed some sleep, brought the rods in, had a bit of sleep, and I did leave one out. I mean, even that one went off, and I just kind of flicked it back out there just so I had a rod in the water, but it was absolute chaos. So yeah, it's been a really good session here. We didn't actually get the common that we were after, but I'm going to do the giveaway anyway. So if you leave a fishing related comment in the comments, and you'll subscribe to the channel, I will pick a winner on the next video, and the prize is going to be 1 kilo bag of 15mm cell and the matching pop-ups to go with it. So leave a comment to make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and you'll be in with a chance of winning that. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to clear up this absolute mess, and I will see you on the next one. Maybe Zoe will too.